Let's try to get. We're live a little bit late, but we should be there. Can you check to see if we're live, Eric? Make sure everything's good. I don't trust anything.
Ads are playing, so it must be live.
Okay. Well, just make sure. All right. We're if you're just joining us, this is RPGrinders. We're gonna have a heck of a show for you. I was actually a minute late today, so trying to get a hold of Break. Hopefully he gets on here in just a second, and should be a ton of fun. OAX 2 is in there, and Santa Claus Gift back from last week.
I need to add a stinko.
Okay, feel free. What up, Slagar? How you doing, my friend? What's going on here? Freak 5, welcome on in. Trying to call Breakman here. Let's try to get Break on in again. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if this works. And then we'll get started with the show. We got lots lined up, lots of news stories today. We've got Breakman. Do we got you?
Hello.
Yes, we have Breakman.
Cool.
Breakman, we're going to talk a little bit when we get to my stinko. And it may or may not involve a baseball team in your city.
That's fine.
It's like he's like, that's fine. I'm used to it this year. It's a good thing I didn't put money on your team. Let's just put it that way.
Why would you? That'd be dumb.
Because I have, sometimes you get these like good odds, and you're like, I mean, the streak's got to end at some point, right? Like something's got to give, and I just had a feeling, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I would have been doubly pissed, and I'll tell you why later. So yeah, let's get started. You guys ready to go?
Sure.
All right, let's do this. Let me hey Breakman, I have to admit I was a little late, dude. The deal. I had to restart everything. I mean, nothing was working, but everything's fine now. Awkward tonight up. Slagar says, awkward tonight up at the Mexican restaurant bar as usual, but the wife came with, so I got the earbuds listening in, but nodding to whatever she is saying. So you're doing the old ball and chain routine, Slagar. I see how that is. Yeah, I mean, right on. At least you're listening to the grinders. Here we go. Let's do this.
Huh? What? What are we talking about?
What's going on? Hello? We on? Is this
Hello?
thing on?
No, I don't think it is. I think we need to file a complaint.
File a complaint with HR, and we'll see how far that goes.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, here
After
we
the
go.
show.
Yeah, let's do this. And welcome, everybody, to episode 691 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, how are you?
Sorry, that was way noisier than I expected.
What? That was so low. What's going on?
Oh, you didn't hear it? Okay, good.
I heard something, but I didn't really think of much of it.
I think he was talking shit about me. That's what I think.
No, I was jerking it. I didn't want. I mean, I was.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of those shows.
Thing with the stuff and the thing.
And the thing and the stuff and the vote and I saw that. Yeah. I remember break. I remember. So, all right, let's get started with the news. We got a heck of a show lined up for you all today.
RP
RPG news. All right, Eric, you are up.
All right, from RPG site, or I have this from Nintendo Everything. I forgot. I was gonna look there, but I found this one first. Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord has been announced for Switch, and launches in Japan on September 15th. And unlike the last one, which was an action RPG, action/turn-based, because the combat system is weird. It kind of makes you do combos, but it's all turn-based. But this one's actually a strategy RPG. And has a new dramatic resonance mechanic that can turn the tide of battle when an ally or enemy songstress sings. And it's probably going to be somewhat reminiscent of Stella Glow, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the trailer now. I didn't get a chance to look at any of the trailers because of the multitude of issues I was having trying to get on the air. But it's more of a teaser than anything. It doesn't even have any gameplay, not even a CG video. So not able to really see what's going on. There are screenshots though. Let's take a look at this screenshot here. Come on, just play the screenshot. My computer's acting up, so let's not worry about that, I guess.
You can't even show screenshots. That's bad.
I mean, it's crazy, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Computer's super slow for some reason. I think it's partly
my computer's infected yours. I think. Maybe
I think
were
so,
bugging
man.
or something this week.
I think you need to get a new computer, and that might solve the issue. Get rid of the virus. It's like,
our computer's been hooking up, and now they both have.
They both have the computer AIDS. So there you
Computer COVID.
Yeah, computer COVID. There you go. It's like COVID, like 2045 or something. You know.
That's what break Skype has every week.
I know. I don't think you had too much problems this time, did you?
Actually, today it opened and everything.
Wow.
The first try. Even.
Yeah. All right. Next story. Break.
And I think I answered after the first phone call too. So it's doing good today. I can't complain.
Well, shit.
Coming
awesome.
To us live from RPG site. You're saying something, Frank? I'm sorry.
No. Go right ahead, man.
Okay. Narrative RPG Light Gerda, a flaming winner. Gerda. Sounds like a bad child's name from like the 20s or something.
Sounds like German or something. You know.
Yeah. This is my daughter Gerda. No, that was not German. That was not German.
That was Swedish, but that works too, man. I like that. This is my daughter Gerda.
Gerda sounds more Dutch or Swedish.
Yeah,
or
like it said Denmark at the beginning of this video, so we'll roll with that.
If I go into the story a little bit, A Flaming Winter is a narrative RPG-like game inspired by real-life events set during World War II. You're put in the shoes of Gerda Larsen in the Danish village of Tinglev under German occupation. So apparently my jokes were completely accurate about this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear Lord. That's good. Anything else on that break?
It's got multiple endings. That's a good idea. That's good.
Slagar says our computer's got COVID 8-bit.
8-bit COVID. That's the freaking worst.
There you go. 8-bit COVID. All right, next story.
Is that what happens when the cartridge gets dirty?
Yeah, you have to blow in the cartridge. Yeah, exactly.
You better be careful. You'll get it too if you blow too hard.
It'll seep out the sides. All right, next story coming to us from RPGsite.net. Nexomon plus Nexomon Extinction Complete Collection announced for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Extinction was originally released in August 2020. Original Nexomon was initially a mobile title, but it received an eventual console PC release in 2021. So you get both games, kind of, little compilation.
Probably better off just playing Extinction.
Yeah, I wouldn't play the other one. Extinction might be the best of the bunch there, but at least you get both, and you could play the other one for kind of free, So there you go. All right, Eric, next story.
All right, next story is the Hand of Merlin has got a release date. I didn't even know about this game before.
The Hand of Merlin that rocks the crate.
I remember us talking about this game before. It was like a vague, no set date type
Dialogue?
thing. Yeah.
And maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
but like we have so many dialogues we've gone through here.
Yeah.
I can't remember them all. But it's a tactical roguelite RPG. It's not quite Diablo, but it is isometric.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to the PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And that includes Steam, Epic, and GOG. And it doesn't have any Series X version. You just play the Xbox version via backwards compatibility, which is kind of a bummer. But like, I guess like if you have a Series X, it's gonna run off the SSD anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But if you want an extra resolution, you're not getting it, I guess.
There you go.
But first entered early access last May. And it doesn't really say much other than that, really.
Yeah. Slager says, "Holy roller, holy roller." Freak5 says, "Can I apply for the position of HR for RPGrinders?" Hell to the motherfucking no, you cannot. So the position's already filled.
Wait, it is?
Yeah. I have a whole team of RP
Well, they
grinders.
won't get back to me.
Well, you got to send it to the right email. Which email did you send it to?
I'm not gonna say this on the
air. Well, maybe we'll just move on here. All right, Eric. Oh, you did that one, Eric. Breakman, next story.
Ah, shit. I mean, coming to us live from RPG site, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunts PlayStation 5 and Xbox Next X and S, whatever you call them. I don't know. Fucking carrying our serious. They got the stupidest names of any system ever.
I agree.
CD Projekt Red has unveiled a new release window for the upcoming game, and they are predicting Q4 2022. I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to get delayed.
It'll get delayed for sure. But, like, is this like do I have... I mean, they're not going to have, like, an free upgrade to the PS5, are they? Because if so, I'll just fucking upgrade.
They are.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just get that free patch.
They already went on record saying it'd be a free upgrade to those who bought the other version.
Oh, good. Because I think I'm gonna have to buy the game again for $10 on the PS5. I think I have it on the Xbox, but it would be worth it to get it for $10 and get that free upgrade. Sweet. All right.
Well, you'd be getting the upgrade on the Xbox version, so. It's up to you if you want to have both versions.
Well, I don't have a new Xbox. I don't have the X. I just have the.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Aren't you gonna get one though?
Yeah, I am gonna get one, so I'll get that version too, I guess. I mean, I don't mind playing through that game. That game is fun as fuck, man. It's really good. It's one of the great. I think it's a top 5 game of all time, honestly. And I never played Witcher 1 and 2. Freak5 says, "Damn it, I have encountered one of Frank's arch enemies. Who would that be?" Slagar says, "What Witcher is this?" It's just Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, the complete edition upgraded for the next gen consoles, Slagar. That's all. So there you go. All right, let's see. Who did that story? That was me. Eric, next. You lose your memory when you get older. Break.
Oh, I gotcha.
Next is Greedfall II has been announced. Spiders and Nacon announced it. Greedfall II: The Dying World, PC and consoles, scheduled to release sometime in 2024, and it takes place 3 years before the events of the first game.
I hate when they do that. I hate it.
Prequel, sequel, yay.
Yeah, you know why I hate when they do prequel, sequels?
Because they didn't get it right the first time and drop enough backstory in the first game, so now they're making up for it.
No, it's not even that. It's like, okay, now I'm playing what's supposed to be before what happened in the previous game that I played, but it's newer mechanics and better mechanics. So
usually
it's like it's out of it totally throws me out of sorts when they do that. Usually, yeah, you're right. Usually, I mean, who knows about this, but sometime in 2024, and we're just now. Oh God, man, this is a non-story. Okay, that's cool. I mean, you know what?
It's kind of like playing Metal Gear Solid 5. And
Yeah.
looking at the mech in that game is wondering why it's so technologically advanced compared to Metal Gear D and Metal Gear 2.
I mean, it just looks really pretty. I remember when Greedfall came out, and I was very interested in that game. And
And the explanation I got for that was basically because it was a one-of-a-kind machine made by a certain person, and they're just more capable.
I guess
So
the first Greedfall underrated game. From what I gather. So I mean, I'm glad a sequel's coming out. I got this game for free on PS Plus, but I haven't had a good chance to check it out. I've been so busy with other stuff, but I mean, very pretty, and from everything that I hear, very underrated RPG.
well, the thing
so.
is, prequel is just a term to denote that it takes place before, but it's a sequel.
Yeah, no, I understand. You know, I mean, Slager says wit wiki.
Because you can't call the first game in a series a prequel if the first game hasn't come out yet, like the Alien Chronicle Rising game.
Yeah,
Scotoma. It's more of an intro side game.
Yeah, Scotoma1, whom I'm assuming is Flex, says, "What up, nerds?" The nerds comment gave it away, Scotoma. So welcome on in. You heard you heard Breakman's feelings. Does that make you feel superior there, Scotoma? How dare you? How dare you degrade us? We're used to it. Freak5 says, I like Lufia 2 as a prequel sequel. I'm not saying any of those games are bad. It's just, you know, is anyone watching Outer Range? I'm in like episode 6. What the fuck is going on? I am not. Should I be watching that, Slagar? I mean, what service is it on? Netflix or what? I mean, let me know if I should be watching that. I mean,
Lufia 2 is a weird case because, like, its sequel is so much better than the first game, and then they followed it up with an actual chronological sequel with the GBA game, and it was like one of the worst Lufia games. Yeah. No, wait, before that, there was the GBA or Game Boy Color game called the Lufia Returns, which is a weird dungeon crawler roguelike game.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, but it's not great either. You're probably better off not playing it at all.
Yeah. All right, Break, you're up next. Jamie, you're a nerd too. You got that from Flex. I'll tell Flex. I gave him credit
Are we
for.
Have a Revenge on the Nerd discussion here.
Yeah, we might. Right on, Scotoma. Welcome in, Jamie. Appreciate you coming on in. I think it's Netflix. Good. I think so. Weird. Yes. I'll check it out, Slagar, if I get an extra second or two. I haven't had any time to even play games this week.
Hopefully enough people watch that Netflix doesn't decide to cancel it like everything else they've been doing lately.
You're a big meanie, Jamie. That's what Breakman says. You saw that in chat. But all right, Breakman, next story, please.
I'm not talking to anybody right now.
All right, come on, man. Let's.
Okay, coming to us live from RPG site. The Bearded Ladies in 505 Games unveil Miasma Chronicles for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. And I'm not sure if I love the name Bearded Ladies or I should be offended by it. And publisher 505 Games announced a new project, as we said. The Bearded Ladies are known for their work on 2018's highly lauded Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden.
Gotcha.
Miasma Chronicles is a tactical adventure game featuring real-time exploration gameplay, meets tactical turn-based combat, and RPG elements. The game's premise revolves around Elvis, a young man living in a not-too-distant future America that's been devastated by the miasma. He's accompanied by a talking robot sibling that Elvis refers to as his older brother. Elvis also wields an enigmatic glove that manipulates miasma. I'm sorry, just the whole. He's named Elvis.
It's Miasma, by the way.
I'll call it whatever the hell I want. I mean, Miasma. That's what I said.
All right.
It's named Elvis.
Elvis. Hey, let me get into a chat here. There's lots of stuff going on here. Jamie says, are you guys playing on PC or console? I'm more of a PC guy myself. Eric plays quite a bit of PC and
if as long as it's not too demanding. And even then I usually don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I got an extensive Steam library that I almost never play.
If Breakman,
I've been waiting for the day that I can, just play it because I have a machine that's capable
Yeah.
of running everything.
I mean, if
But I'm gonna
Breakman,
settle for a Steam Deck eventually.
yeah, if Breakman had a decent computer, he would play on PC too. He plays PC when he can, but I'm a console guy all the way.
Yeah,
I can't.
I prefer sitting on a couch.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, you could drag the computer to the room and then plug your HDMI into the TV, but
I mean, I just can't get used to mouse and keyboard for controls, like for FPS.
I think there are ways to stream your computer to this TV screen as well.
I mean, I kind of know it's superior.
I don't know how good the latency and response is.
I know latency and stuff is, and the response on mouse is like really good for FPSs and stuff, but
I know.
I play mostly consoles just because I play mostly RPGs and adventure games and shit like that. So I'm not a FPS guy, but I do recognize it.
Playing a first-person shooter with a mouse and keyboard and then going with a computer, then going to a controller messes me up. It's really hard to switch between the two.
I think the biggest hurdle for me to buying a new rig is to like that the fact that I've basically chosen a side already because I'm buying tons of different console exclusives that aren't on PC, and that eats away at my funds at trying to build a rig in the first place.
Yeah, but you do get lucky from time to time and get like code
nobody
stuff.
can buy fucking video cards now.
I know, video cards. See, that's the reason I don't do PCs. You always got to be upgrading your shit, and a lot of people enjoy that stuff, but my wallet does not enjoy that shit.
I did not
crazy.
enjoy it, no.
Yeah.
Because if one thing would go wrong, everything goes wrong.
I mean, I'm not too sour on the fact that you can't buy video cards right now because it's not like you really need the latest video card anyways, because you can get like a decently priced video card that doesn't do all the bells and whistles, but will still carry you from most
But
things.
see, that's what I hate,
That's still like
Eric.
$200 for like for a decent one. I mean,
That's
a lot of money.
That's what I was saying. I hate that shit because most of the times you have to settle for something less superior, right? And then you buy that.
And it's still costly. It's not
Yeah.
cheap, like because the superior ones are like $500-$600.
Yeah, I know. It's expensive. It's an expense. That's the reason I got out of PC. I used to PC game. Like I played Diablo. I played Vampire. I mean, the Vampire the Masquerade was one of the reasons I got a new video card at one point. It was like at that time it was like $300, and I'm like, Jesus, I could buy a whole console and never have to worry about this shit. Sure, I'd have to take a hit on all the graphics, but you just don't worry about it. You just play it, and don't worry about it. Whoa, can my PC play this shit? I mean, I never
did the same thing for free, but bought like a $250 video card just so I could play that one game.
Yeah.
It's an awesome game, though.
Jamie says if you're not upgrading your PC, you're buying the newest console. I know it's constant, man, but at least with consoles, you got at least like a good 5 to 7 years, and
it removes a lot of the guesswork in trying to get a game to
run. There's no exactly right.
Do that. They've already done it.
Yeah, there's no guesswork. It just works.
And if the game doesn't work beyond that point, then you'll have to wait for a patch.
Yeah, that's
But you're gonna have to do it on PC anyways, usually.
Yeah, you only settle because you want to settle, not because you have to. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, and what you just said, Breakman, Wallet says so. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you did that one, so it's my turn. Somebody skipped the Caligula story, so I'll go ahead and do that. Caligula Effect 2 launches for PC on June 23rd. Historia announced just what I told you. It's going to be on Epic Game Store. It was developed by Historia, originally released in Japan June 21st. I wish they would play the damn video. It's interesting to note that NIS America published the original Caligula Effect Overdose on Steam, while Historia seems to be self-publishing the sequel. So there you go. But it does say publisher NIS, so I don't know why. What the hell?
Probably because it's listing a console publisher.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Okay, there you go. Let's see. I watched Moon Knight.
At least Ghostlight's not doing the port.
Yeah. Freak 5 says, I watched Moon Knight the last couple of nights and I enjoyed it. It was really good, Freak 5. Like, that's a series I wish they would continue doing, but there's no confirmation whether or not that they're going to be doing a second season, which they could easily do 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 seasons, and I think I'd be okay with it. What's his name? Oscar Isaac is just he's fantastic in that show. Break, you still there? Do we lose Break? What's going on?
No.
Oh, you were on mute then, you son of a bitch.
I was chewing. I didn't want to.
Oh, you're eating while we're doing the show, huh?
I meant I was there was a guy here with a gun, and I was trying to wrestle away from him, and
well, dude,
it took a moment.
Have you not learned anything? You gotta like have better stories lined up. You know what I'm saying, Break? I mean, that's how we do.
He came out with a gun, and I know you're not supposed to grab the gun. What you're supposed to do is smack the hand away.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So I had to do that. So it took a moment. I'm sorry.
And then the karate chop to the neck type thing, and then you're supposed to run away.
I do not know karate. I really had to wrestle him to the ground.
Oh, wrestling, like Greco-Roman or like WWE?
I'm not amateur street fighter wrestling.
Oh, amateur. Okay, I got you. Okay, there you go. Jamie, I'm just getting to Sea of Thieves. That's a interesting game. I didn't get a chance to play on the Xbox. I always wanted to. I like those pirate adventure games. What was it? Black Flag was that the one where the Assassin's Creed where you got onto a ship and had to do all that shit? It's pretty fun stuff. Break is preemptively filling his stomach before I share food pics. I know, he's like, I'm gonna get the best of you this week, freak. And then he eats, and then you show the picture, and he's like, man, I've seen better. All condescending and shitty.
No, I just figured I could take a bite and get away with it, and obviously I didn't. So.
Right. You see, you got to be on point all the time on this show. I mean, that's how it goes. What do I pay you for, Breakman? I mean, Jesus.
I know.
God damn it. We're going to have to reevaluate your position here, Breakman, and how much you get paid and all that stuff. So,
That's fine, because, I'm still waiting for the post office to send me the first goddamn check, so,
All right, Eric, next story.
It's like I've been working for free anyway, so it's...
I tell you, next time I'm going to have to do certified mail, All right, Eric, next story, please.
All right, we got... update on Hellpoint. It's getting a next gen upgrade or current gen upgrade on July 12th, along with the Blue Sun DLC expansion and 60 FPS in consoles and allows players to stream performance mode that runs at a dynamic 4K resolution, prioritizing 60 FPS or quality mode that aims for native 4K at the cost of running at 30 FPS. So it's a checkerboard 4K, I guess.
What would you guys prefer? I know we've discussed this before. Would you prefer the 60 frames or the 4K visual?
Frames.
Yeah, I would prefer frames too. I would always have it.
There's not much of a difference.
But I kind of take that back because I think about games that I've played in the past where it's this isn't this is only 45 frames per second. It's not true 60 or something, but the game was still a lot of fun. So
40 is
as long as the game's fun.
40 is a bigger leap from 30, but most games that run close to 60, like Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 4 Pro would run at close to 60, but not quite. They usually hovered in the 45 to 50 range.
Well, on PS5, what does it run, Eric? 60?
60.
Yeah.
But there is a current gen upgrade in the works for Resident Evil 3 and 7 and 2, and that'll probably let you play at 120 hertz.
Ooh.
Sounds like they randomly picked which ones. Let's throw them in a hat. And 7. All right, we got.
No,
2.
because they already did 8, and they already did 2 and 3, and people probably want PS5 and Xbox Series X version of those. And 7 didn't have one either, so they're doing all of them.
I would be very interested in playing those games in 120p, or I'm sorry, 120 frames, because I've never seen a game played at 120. Have either of you guys played a game in 120? Because I think that would be amazing to have.
I don't think my monitor is capable of it, but I was playing DMC on my PC at really smooth frame rates.
Yeah.
But that's because I was running at higher hertz than what my TV has.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't quite 120. It's like I don't know the max res is for this.
Yeah.
I'd have to look.
All right. Freak 5. I only have checks. I don't have. I don't know how to do money orders, and I don't want to go out and right now it's snowing and stuff. So
And he was banned from PayPal. It's a long
I
story.
was. It's a long story. I mean, it really is. But all right. Breakman. Next story, please.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Dungeon crawler RPG Hellslave releases on May 26th for PC. I like the name Hellslave. Publisher PID Games, PID. I'm gonna call him PID, and developer Ars Gosha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Gosha.
Yeah, this one's only 60.
Announced the Hellslave March. As I just said. Yeah, blah blah blah. So this game's coming soon.
Yeah, I'm interested in this game because of the theme of it.
I think the only other monitor they had that was higher than that was a 75 hertz, but that was for a CRT.
I was gonna say the last time I built a computer, this monitor I had was a CRT monitor. This is interesting. The world is coming to an end, and humanity is on the brink of extinction. Save it from demon invasions by making a pact with the devil, and praise one of 6 demons to avoid humanity's demise into darkness. Use your newly acquired demonic powers against the invaders, but may have a bigger impact on you than you thought.
I like in order to save the world, you got to like make a pact with the devil. I mean, that's it's like you're fucked either way. Jamie says he's played at 120. Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, PC. If you got a good PC build, you're playing a lot of stuff at, and you have the right monitor, you're playing a lot of shit at 120.
He's just bullying us again. He's rubbing in our face. That's
I know.
Big bully.
I know, Jamie. Just stop bullying us, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you don't gotta flaunt your money, bro. I mean, if you want to do that, buy us all really nice PCs that we can play these games at 120 hertz and all that good fun stuff. I got a money order for my mom when I was 7. You just go into a place that does money orders and say, I want a money order in this amount. Hey, all the money order places have banned me from entering Freak 5. So I'm just saying, just saying.
In fact, he's not allowed to leave his house.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm allowed to go get food, and that's about it, man. I can't leave. All right, we skipped another story. You guys are good at skipping stories today. Oh shit!
I'm sorry, I was having trouble loading it.
Yeah. All right, I'll do this one.
I didn't skip it because Break skipped the story when he went to Miasma Chronicles.
I know. Oh yeah, it was break.
Well, I was having some trouble because the cat may
excuses.
on my keyboard.
Excuses, sir. Excuses. All right, I'll do the last story of the day. It comes to us from RPG. Comes to us from RPGsite.net. Kite Games and THQ Nordic revealed the Valiant for PS5, PS4, Xbox. Everything basically except for Switch. I mean, that's pretty much always the MO. So there you go. It's a real-time strategy game with RPG elements that features a story-driven single-player campaign with 15 missions. Game will also include cooperative and competitive multiplayer modes. The Valiant is scheduled for to release sometime in 2022. So kind of think of Deliverance. What was that game? Deliverance. Not ding 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 Deliverance. It's the fuck Kingdom Come Deliverance, but strategy style. That's what it kind of reminds me of there. So there you go. I was just about to ask for Harmony. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, Jesus, my ears. Oh, I like this the long soliloquy harmonic.
Hey, Frank, did you see that video of that mouse playing the harmonica?
No. Wait, is that what Mark sent me? I didn't get a chance to look at it yet.
No, let's not look at it and say we did. Let's see. Freak 5 says, yesterday a coworker said my dog lives the life he wished he lived. Well, why don't you put a leash on him and walk him around, Freak 5? That might.
I was gonna say, so he wants to poop in the yard and lick his own balls. Is what I'm getting out of that.
And sniff other dogs' asses. And,
yeah.
Stuff like that.
Or is the not working part that he wants to live?
You guys ever play StarCraft? Like way back in the day, Jamie. Like way back in the day. I know Breakman is big on
I
StarCraft.
played
I still think it's
Warcraft,
the best.
not
I
StarCraft.
still think StarCraft is the best strategy, real-time strategy game ever.
Well, you
Played a
would.
demo for StarCraft, I think.
He misses it. Do you miss it, Break? You want
The
like
original, I still think is the best. Like it just the way they balance the three factions balanced each other out without being like the same thing, which is what you see with most RPSs. Like each faction is pretty much the similar thing, whereas StarCraft is like they had like the Prometheans were completely different from the Zerg. Like
Yeah,
it played in a
yeah.
completely different way, and it was still fun either way.
yeah. You're a total nerd for knowing the specific, alien races. By the way, for StarCraft, but
And then there are the Terrans.
Freak5 says most of the stories I have told him about Fury involve Fury either humping or getting humped by other dogs at the park. I looked at him and and was about to say something about him wanting to get humped at the dog park. He must have known what I was going to say and said, "Not that." Yeah. Well.
What about the other stuff?
Yeah. What about licking balls and
Pooping in the yard.
pooping in the
Like
yard,
drinking out of a bowl on the floor.
sniffing other dogs' asses, and,
Ripping up other people's carpet
yeah,
Ugh.
like
and stuff.
Eating shoes.
yeah, stealing like slippers and tearing them up and digging the yard.
Barking when
And,
people walk by.
Yeah,
Getting away with
exactly.
being a food thief.
yeah, exactly. I'm looking at this game, and I don't really play strategy type games, but this game looks really fun. I don't know, the Valiant. I don't know if I should try to. It's probably one of those super hard ass fucking non-entry level, strategy games that I'll never ever play. But all right, there's the news, y'all. We got through it in one piece. Does anybody have any homie discounts this week?
There's a Mega Man sale going on right now.
Oh, cool. On the Xbox or?
The Switch, I believe.
Oh, cool. I know that I didn't get a chance to look at the new sale on PlayStation, but next week I'll tell you guys what's on sale.
Well,
but
there is one thing that I should highlight about that. If you want to get Panzer Dragoon Remake, you can get it on PSN for $250.
as long as it's not Legend of Dragoon. I miss MXT. Where's MXT, man? He's been incognito for a long time. He usually gave us all kinds
Is
of
there
shit.
like a new Friday night wrestling show?
Well, there's always been Friday Night Wrestling, like SmackDown.
I know, but it's always sucked. Like, yeah, I mean, is there a new one?
Yeah, Rampage, man, fairly new. Rampage is fun. AEW. I like AEW,
Oh,
man.
okay,
It's good
okay.
stuff. Yeah,
So now we know.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
answer.
The more you know. All right. Did you have something else, Eric, for homie discounts, or are we good?
No, that's it.
All right, Breakman. Can I play your music this week? Let's play this game.
No.
Oh my God! If you guys want to send Breakman like sex advice
No,
questions,
I'm over it. I'm not. You know what? I'm a professional, licensed
therapist,
advice giver,
Right.
finger, and like it says that on my license on the wall back here.
Right.
The advice finger giver.
right?
And you know what? You people just
You don't deserve it. You don't deserve
Yeah,
Breakman.
don't
I mean,
anymore.
you don't deserve the pleasure of Breakman's voice and his advice.
Except Freak, because he sent like 500 of them.
I know,
Everybody
but
else-
Freak was like, "Fuck this! I'm the only one that does it," But if you're so inclined, and maybe one day Breakman will forgive you, send all your questions to @RPGrinders on Twitter, and he may or may not get back to you because fuck you guys. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I used to before I started working.
What?
Yeah.
I used to
There are
send him
other people that sent
questions.
some in. Bernie sent some in too.
You used to. That's exactly right. You're slacking, Bernie. Bernie says I used to send questions.
When do I have time?
Oh God, you got
It's in
time
the
right
contract. You signed it.
now, right? You had a contract, Bernie, and you signed it, and you broke the contract.
Okay,
So
I'll send you one next week.
okay, next week, guaranteed, you're gonna get one next week, I
And
guess.
it'll be
but-
the dirtiest question you ever
The
got.
dirtiest question
The
you've ever.
dirtiest question ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well-
That is some strong set.
I
you're
know
sitting
we've had
there,
some
like,
dirty ones. You know, I
we've
mean,
got high standards here. Like me and Frank, no dirty, so you're gonna have to come strong.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, you know what? If anybody's gonna outdo Freak 5, it's gonna be Bernie.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
It's on like the Donkey Show. What? Jesus. All right, let's let's move on here to
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring Minds Want to Know What You've Been Playing, Breakman. Rap playing harmonica. How dare you, Freak Five? Don't sully the show with
I
that.
kept coughing and I muted myself and then I started coughing again.
Right. Jamie says rolling in the mud dirty. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It will be, Jamie. It will be.
No,
All right.
so dirty that we make mud look clean.
I love it, man. All right, what you been playing, Break?
A lot of Mortal Kombat 11, actually mostly Mortal Kombat 11.
You're still trying to get all those fatalities, aren't you?
Yeah, I was looking online to try and cheat, and they're randomized, so you can't even cheat.
Oh God, that sucks, man. That's so much bullshit. That's something that's got to change in that game, man. But
I still enjoy the game so much. It's like, okay, that's fine. I'll still keep playing it, trying to unlock all those things, but
yeah,
I really just want to.
Alien Gathering decided to join, and Lock Haley, and who else? Santa Claus Gift, and OAX 2, and of course Jamie's in there, and Tina Riff. Tina Riff is in Tina Riff. Tina Riff is in there.
Titteriff?
Titteriff. What?
I'm burning.
Bernie's not. I don't even see you in there, Bernie.
Hold on.
Yeah. See, not my fault.
Okay, now I'm.
Yeah, now she's in there. Bernie's in there as well. So there you go. She had to get her moment in the sun. So there you go. All right. So Mortal Kombat.
There are some fatalities I'd like to see in the next Mortal Kombat too, but I like Garrus has one, but I doubt he would be in the next in the next movie. One where he throws you up against the wall and then he rips off the first layer and second layer of your skin.
Oh, I love that. That stuff is cool.
Fucking awesome. Or like maybe it's just the first layer, but it's pretty fucking awesome. Just like, oh God, why are you doing that? That's just not necessary.
Jamie says I have almost every fighting game. You'd get along with Wyland, Jamie. Wyland has almost every emulated game, every fighting game. He's fairly good at those fighting games. He definitely whipped the shit out of Breakman.
Yeah, there's video of him beating the crap out of me in Mortal Kombat 10, I think.
Find that link, Breakman, if you can. I'll throw it in there, and throw it in there so everybody can see your misery.
Or was it like Injustice?
I think it was Mortal Kombat, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Mortal Kombats. It was whatever it was fucking awesome. I mean, it was like you could tell.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell Wyland was like playing around with him, letting him like get in a couple of moves here and there, and then all of a sudden you saw like the afterburners turned on, and Wyland was like pow 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 pow, like done. Like it was like taking candy from a baby, you know, that was blindfolded. I mean, it was just a thing of beauty. It was awesome. I love reveling in your misery.
Cry.
Yeah, Injustice is fun. I know. Sorry, not sorry. Injustice was on sale, not the first one, for like $2 on the the PlayStation Store not too long ago.
Both games are great. The anime was meh.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Here's another deal I found for PSN.
All right.
Control Ultimate Edition is $16.
That's not bad. That's a good game. I want to get into that game too. I played a little tiny bit of it, and what I played I liked, but I got so many others that I need to play. Anything else you've been playing, Break, or is that pretty much it?
Well, let me see, Mortal Kombat 11, and then I said last week, it'd been a while since I played Breath of the Wild, so just I'm like, I gotta play Breath of the Wild, so I picked it up, started playing it, and it'd been a few weeks, and I'm like, fuck am I doing? God damn it, I don't remember what I was doing, I know we've all done that with RPGs before. It's like, what was I? I don't remember. I'm in a volcano though. Let me wander around and see what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the menus. I got to turn in some quests. So I go turn in a quest, and then I go turn in another one, and it puts me in an area that, like, I'd looked through before, I'd searched through before, and I'm like, well, I got nothing else to do. Let's just wander around here, and see what you can find. Oh my God, there it is!
You found it!
Jackpot!
Awesome, man. Awesome.
It was in the first fucking area I looked, actually.
Wow.
Apparently I just missed it.
So you're close to like doing everything in that game, huh? Like.
Got 109 shrines done. I don't know how many side quests I've got done.
Would you consider it a top 10 game of all time at this point, Break?
Yes, yeah,
You would.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the one shrine to open in the first town.
Did you try like the getting the jerk off move for Link? I mean, that usually works. Like jerking it right in front of the shrine.
No, I'm gonna have to though.
But you got to go up that one mountainside.
I'm jealous. Freakbot the Evil Dead game.
I know. I haven't even seen any footage of that game yet, but I heard it's a riot. I heard it's pretty good. Does it play like Friday the 13th Freak 5? I mean, if it does, that'd be kind of cool. You know, I still haven't even played Elden Ring. I want to play Elden Ring too, but I got other shit to go. Is that game like the show? It sure is, man. I mean, you know, going around looking for shrines, jacking it in front of the shrines, and.
I think you're talking about Evil Dead.
Thanks for ruining our fun, Eric. But
okay. I know. Thanks, Eric. You're the best. All right. Anything else you've been playing, Break?
No, I mean, I'm so happy to finally found that last memory. Now I guess because I'm really close to getting to the end of the game now. And I mean, there's still some things I want to do. I definitely want to do, but I want to get to the DLC. So
yeah,
I probably won't do as much exploring as I did in the past, where I'm just like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, shiny.
Eventually, you get to a point after spending hundreds of hours in the game, you're like, okay, I just need to just get it done and over with.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've definitely spent hundreds of hours in this game. I've been playing it for 2 years?
You know what? Jamie was referring to the Evil Dead show, not this show, but you know.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I thought that's what you. Oh, never mind, Eric. I apologize. Frank was out on the loop.
I'm not out of the loop. I was just making a funny, but you guys have to ruin everything. You ruined my life, so you know it's just how it is. But walking off the show, you can play as
the demon and try to kill the survivors.
You can possess survivors and different things around the area, like trees and cats. Or cars,
they showed that. I saw the Easter egg. You can possess the deer head from the original Evil Dead movie.
I did see that. There's a special way you can do that, that's really cool. I mean,
you can possess cats.
Cats.
Typo.
Cars, not cats. All right.
Possess cats and dogs and shit.
Right.
Possess the evil ass squirrels.
Yeah. All right, Eric. What you been playing, man?
Just more Salt and Sacrifice. I've been watching more One Piece, trying to get caught up to current episode count.
The survivors you can play as are from all the movies and the TV show. The TV show was so great of Evil Dead. I love Ash vs. Evil Dead, man. I wish they would have went a few more seasons on that. It was so good. So good. I think, what was it, season 2 or 3, episode 2 was just one of the best episodes ever, man, of anything I've ever seen. That guy rocking around nude, you know, just flopping around. It was the funniest thing ever. But just a great series, man. If you guys haven't checked out Ash vs. Evil Dead, it's a blast, man. So fun.
Absolutely.
All right. I played man, I didn't have much time to do anything this week. So, I mean, I've been busy every single day with these homeless sweeps and other shit, but I did get a tiny bit of Shibuya Scramble in. I mean, it's touch and go if I'm able to play video games at all. If you're playing multiplayer as a survival, you should probably play with friends. So if you get possessed, you can tell them that you are possessed. Oh, okay. So there you go. In other words, you like to cheat, Freak 5. That's what I gather from that. All right, let's move on to
RPGrinders reviews.
Eric, I didn't see any reviews for you. Break, did you have any reviews this week? Breakman, did you have any reviews? Do I have to do sign language?
It would help if I didn't hit the mute button.
I know, it would help. Any reviews?
I could review the Halo TV show, but I'm not. No.
I heard, you know what? People are bitching about that show,
I know.
man.
Like, that's why I kind of don't want to review it, because I enjoyed it, but
yeah,
the fanboy mentality of bitching when things aren't the same as the way you want them. Like, they're pissed off that the chief took off his helmet.
Right.
He talks too much. And in one episode, he has sex. Oh my god!
I know.
They've
No,
ruined the character.
the big thing that I heard is just like hardly any action at all. I mean, any.
There's not a lot. A lot of the episodes don't have a lot of action. It's mostly like plot development type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. The finale ended with a huge battle.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, the last episode, last 20 minutes were like great, but other than that, I mean, it's like meh, just like boring drama.
Because people don't like talking and stuff like that. It's a TV show.
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying,
know.
like, you can't be like, what do people want? Do they want just like 6 episodes? What was it? 9 episodes? A 9-episode just nonstop fight?
Well, you know what they want? They want everybody to bitch enough to where they make the second season exactly like Doom, like terrible. That's what they want. So, I mean, whatever. What would you give the first season?
That is, and that's why I didn't want to review it. It's because
Well, I can list a couple things why people are upset, but that'd be spoiling it. But
well, I mean,
this is apparently stuff that happened. Well, this is apparently stuff that happens in there. Like apparently, like they're mad that he basically cucked Cortana. That's what they said on the Twitter. That's not my words. Theirs.
Well, what? I mean, let's give it an honest.
It involves the first meeting of the chief and Cortana, and they don't get, and it doesn't go well. Like the chief isn't happy about it. And
there's apparently something that happens to the chief that they didn't like, and then the thing that immediately follows that, it's even worse because of that.
One thing that people seem to forget is that this show happens before the movies, or before the games. Sorry. At this point, they have not caught up to the games yet. Like Planet Reach is still very much alive and flowing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Jamie says it should be more like heavy metal. Yeah. I mean, shit. I like heavy metal, so there you go.
What do you saw that?
Change that perception though. Break. What would you give the show overall for the first season? Like, what would you give it?
Because I don't know what I want to give it, because there is so much fan service in the show that I'm just, and some of it, I personally do not enjoy like the first person perspective when they go into it in the show. I like watching it from the
third person.
Yeah, because I guess I'm used to the first person, and I'm used to seeing these like the aliens like that, but watching them in the third person is like just really cool to me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
but I get why they do it. That's another fan service thing, and it's just, and they've done a lot of different things with the story that'll change the story going forward. That just make people so mad that it feels like the same anger that people were given towards Mega Man Fully Loaded.
Yeah.
Fully Charged, you mean?
Fully Charged, yeah, that's thank you. I was trying to think of the name. Yeah, Fully Charged.
Yeah.
Just criticizing it just to criticize it because it's not exactly the way they want it. And I admit I was like that early on with Mega Man.
But apparently this might excite you, Break, but the Sonic Prime on Netflix that's going to be coming out in the fall, or I think it's the fall. It might actually be summer, but it has some of the people that worked on Fully Charged working on it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do a crossover, and they did the Mega Man Sonic crossover in the comics.
Yeah.
Maybe they can do it in the TV show.
I have a theory about series.
I think it needs to get successful first, I think.
I have a theory about series, guys. Let me know what you think. I think in order to judge a series as good or bad, you need at least 3 seasons. Yeah. You know what I mean? You need a season to set everything up, right?
Yep.
Which
is generally the first season.
Right.
The first season is supposed to be a jumping off point for most shows. Where there are some shows that are designed to be like one season and done, like the Watchmen TV show, like that perfect one season. Don't fuck it up by making another one.
Breakman, I bought that because of what you were saying. It was on sale for $10, and I have yet to watch it.
It's so good. Watchmen TV show.
I gotta watch it. But
and it's a sequel to the comic, not the movie. So
Yeah. I just think that the second season should be like your character development. So the first season you set everything up, you got the whole scenario, right? So maybe do a shorter season there, right? And then the second season's all your character development, and then your third season is action. The actions of what you've been watching for a couple seasons. I just think that that people are too quick to give up on series, and they bitch too much. Like let it go for 3 seasons and see how you feel. It's like whatever. Jamie says, what if it's so bad it doesn't even get past the first season? Well, I mean, there are those. I mean, there's been plenty of those. But there have been plenty of other ones, like for instance Firefly, which I thought was really good,
Yeah, it was a great show.
and it only gets one season. I'm like, what the? I mean, come on, man.
There was nobody else like Jane on television when they brought Firefly.
Has anybody watched a series that started off really bad and then got much better?
Bates Motel, I think was pretty good. Usually it's the opposite though, Eric. I know what you're saying. Like usually the more seasons it goes, the worse it gets. But that's one that comes to mind. I really like Bates Motel. I don't know. There's been a few, but yeah, you're right, Eric. It usually is the opposite. But I'm saying like give a series 3 seasons before you come up with like a good vision of how you rate something. But
and sometimes shows can be uneven with their seasons. For instance,
Yeah.
Legends of Tomorrow, like I don't know what season they're on now because I'm not watching it live.
the
anymore. I'm
last
watching it on
season.
streaming. Well, I don't know which one that. Like, I don't know if there's been more episodes, another season since the robot, where they fought their evil robot doppelgangers. But what I was gonna say is like that show started off really like rough, and it
Mhm.
got better. By the third season, it was really like a good show.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it,
but it's-
man. After the first season, I was like,
Was
Jesus.
Doom Patrol any good?
I don't know how to watch that, but it gets uneven sometimes too. Like this last season was fantastic, but the season when they're fighting aliens, not so much. That that wasn't good. But I mean, they came back and they had a better season. So
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you need to give series more of a chance to develop before you jump the gun. You know, after 3 seasons, if you don't like it, then it's not worth it. You know, go away from it. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, all right. I'm going to do a review. I don't think I did this review. It's for a movie called Deep House, and it's basically a haunted house movie, but kind of with a twist. So there's a man and a woman that are together, boyfriend girlfriend type situation, and they're YouTubers, right? And the guy gets this idea. He finds out that there's this house under a lake that's fully submerged but fully intact. So he's like,
This last week, didn't you?
"Oh, did I? Oh shit. Well then, I mean, I thought it was a really good movie. 8 out of 10. Just to reiterate, you guys should watch it. It's pretty good stuff. So there you go. I couldn't remember if I reviewed it or not, but Deep House is a good movie. It's on Prime, so make sure you check it out. All right. Let's move on then to our Stinkos of the Week.
Ah, what is it?
Stinko of the Week.
All right, Breakman, you're up. Your Stinko of the Week.
Well, you know one thing, this country's getting closer and closer to outlawing abortion, and it's getting worse across the country. I don't know what else we can say about that we haven't said at this point.
Yeah, contraceptives are next. Can't use
Yep.
condoms. I mean,
Yep.
you know.
And I had an argument with that with somebody online, like, well, show me where states are outlaw and stuff like that. Like Texas already outlaws like your access to contraceptives. Like they make sure I wish they made that one longer. I love Trigon. That is the only. No, I take that back. I have 2 anime because one somebody gave me.
I like somebody to
Full-
remake Trigun and make it more like the manga Trigun Maximum, which continues the story and doesn't go in a weird direction like the anime did.
I only have 2 full collections of anime. One of them's Trigun. The other one's Dragon Ball GT because somebody gave it to me because they hated it. But that's no story.
They're
But
lost. Your
Trigun
game.
I bought myself. Like that one, I love Trigun. Like Vash Stampede is one of my favorite anime characters.
Okay. All right,
Anyway,
so
like-
continue
Well,
on.
you just about in chat. I'm sorry. We're going off on a tangent. Anyway, so so women's rights are being trampled on and arguing with people like it's murder and fetuses. Like, well, you know what? When you put your abortion laws into place, it makes it harder for women to get abortions. It makes them harder to get the necessary health care they need. And a lot more women seem to die during pregnancy, giving birth, or giving like an off the books abortion. Because abortion, like anti-abortion laws, aren't going to end abortion.
No,
They're just going to
no.
make it not safe.
Right, and people are gonna.
And they still have to pay for these procedures.
See, that's the thing. Like when they talk about like the late-term abortions, like I because I've known somebody who had a late-term abortion because the baby wasn't going to be viable and it would have put her health at risk. I actually assumed that most of late-term abortions were done for that reason. I was actually wrong. Most late-term abortions happened because the woman couldn't afford to get an abortion and she had to save up money. And, that takes fucking months because abortion is expensive and it's not covered by insurance. Access to abortion because, the anti-abortion laws, again, they make sure it's not an insurance. They make sure it's hard to get to an abortion clinic or hard to get to a doctor who's going to give you the necessary medical care they need. They're causing late-term abortions.
Also, pregnancies are expensive.
Yeah.
Because our healthcare sucks.
Yeah.
And
that I said that.
And none of these GOP assholes want to, do anything to make ease the burden of post-pregnancy, like child support or welfare or increasing the wages.
Well,
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Their children that
Hold on, Eric. Hold on, Eric.
Let me ask you a question. After they're born, well, let me back up. What is there a shortage of in this country right now?
Baby formula.
Mm-hmm.
But
what did the Republican Party just vote down to make sure that American kids can have access to? While complaining that baby formula is at the borders and stuff like that. Yeah, they made sure that WIC can't supply child formula.
Man, I can't say I'm surprised.
This is fun.
This is the party that also votes against free school lunches.
I'm gonna say this is gonna sound bad, but this is a fun topic to delve into, and I'll tell you why. It's really funny, so we're having a shortage, and they blame immigration, right? They blame all the babies at the border. You know how many babies are right now, in government custody at the border? Less than 1,000. It's anywhere between 100 and 1,000 actual babies. So you mean to tell me that those 1,000 babies are preventing people from getting Americans from getting baby formula? You've got to be joking. There's over 3 million babies in this country.
So
that's not the problem.
4 baby formula companies in America.
The problem is that Democrats want to make abortion legal, even if they're giving birth.
And why can't we import from Canada?
Yeah, I don't agree with that, Jamie. I would be totally against. If you take a baby to term, I mean, that's
No, see, I disagree too, because there's something else that I've learned, that sometimes women, a baby will die in their womb and they aren't able to pass it out until birth.
Right. Well, there are those
I mean,
instances too.
That's what's happening in a lot of those instances.
I just think, honestly, this whole issue should not even be an issue, right? It's been settled 50 years ago, but the Republican Party tries to bastardize all the language. Like when I say they complain about late-term abortions. Most late-term abortions are happening because of anti-abortion laws. Yeah, I know. It's a weird cycle, man. I mean, you could look at it all these different ways, but I will tell you, the Democrats are complicit in all of this. They ain't doing anything.
Democrats are the most, as you said, complicit. Either the most complicit or most inept party in history.
They are. I mean, let me be perfectly honest with everybody. I've said this before. I can't stand Democrat politicians, and I can't stand Republican politicians. They all suck. I love American people. There have been, on my other channel, I mean, I have a lot of Republican friends, right? I mean, there's just, an outpouring of Republican support there. And some of the ideas they have are great. They're traditional Republican, motto values, right? Like less government and less waste and a bunch of cool stuff. And I have Democrat friends there too. And the people is not the problem. The people is never the problem. The problem is the divisive politicians.
The people are sort of the problem though, because there are too many loyal followers.
Yeah.
And
You know.
a lot of people that just aren't educated with what
Yeah,
the government
Jamie-
actually does.
Well, they don't want to be. They want to be. They're looking for their own echo chamber. You know.
Yeah,
That's why they
yeah, right.
stay on Fox News.
Right.
And,
Right.
and remember when Trump was the president, Fox News wasn't right wing enough for a lot of them. They
Yeah.
started switching to OANN and Newsmax because like these were just basically Russian propaganda networks.
Right.
Like that was how right wing these people wanted to go.
Right. And it's funny, like Breakman, you're a Republican. Like it's weird.
Not
Like
goddamn, not anymore. Fuck,
Well,
don't say that ever again.
I mean,
please.
you know what I mean. Like I'm independent.
Long time ago.
Right. I'm an independent. Like I
Registered okay, I think I'm still registered as a Republican. but
right.
whatever, actually.
Well, see what I
But,
mean,
but it's not done that way in Ohio anymore. It used to be like you'd have to register as one party and then
yeah,
to-
yeah.
to vote.
Yeah,
But
same here, and
I've
now
been
you can.
registered for so long, so I don't know if it's still like that.
Yeah. I don't think you should have to register as either party to vote. You know, that's the problem. Like they make you, back in the day, that's how it was. You had to choose a side, and that's
If you want to vote for a primary candidate, you have to be one or the other.
Yeah,
You can't be
exactly. You can't-
independent.
right.
And I think a lot of people look at too much at politics as like sports, like you gotta win at all costs and shit like that. Like you have to win. Like I'm on this team. Like we have to win.
Right. Well,
Doesn't matter what our agenda is, but we gotta win.
they both have
The
one
other team's
common
the bad
goal.
guys.
Both sides have one common goal, Breakman. It's
Yeah,
status
fuck
quo. Let's keep everything the same. That's why Roe v. Wade is overturned. So now the Democrats have to, regain that territory back, right? They have to have something to rail against. I mean, that's just the way that it is, right? It's status quo. Let's get back to the status quo. I hate it.
But
I hate
that's
all
the
the
way
politicians.
They think, but it's gonna fail them miserably this time because once Roe versus Wade gets bumped out and abortion goes to states,
Hmm.
it's gonna be a fucking war to get it back to like a federal, like a constitutional law.
That's what they
'Cause
want.
States that yeah, this is exactly what they
One step forward, 5 steps back. That's what they want, man. They want that all the time. They want the American people to always like have like a divisive
An
thing
enemy
to
to hate.
to fight about, right? Like that's
Yeah,
that's
they'll always
that's the
have an
game.
enemy to hate.
That's the shell game that they play, right? That's the whole shebang. So the latest thing is Roe v. Wade, even though it was decided, right? Like, I mean, it's just regardless of how you feel, we should all as Americans be like, well, the Supreme Court should always go by precedent, right? Shit that's happened in the past that's already been decided. That was the main thing, right? But it's not that way. So now that happens, the politicians are all over it. Like the Democrats are like, ooh, this is something we could run on and act like we're champions, right? And then the Republicans are like, oh, we got what we wanted. Now we can concentrate on other shit. It's like, I mean, it's just so stupid, man. It's a shell game. That's all it is.
How long has Roe v. Wade been a thing?
50 years. I just said 50 years.
How, over the last 50 years, have the Democrats never been in power?
Oh, there was a supermajority when Obama was president. He never got anything done, dude. We've railed on that, man. He had a chance to do a lot of things to make things ironclad, and he never did. And look where we're at. Like it's stupid. And I mean, the Republicans are no better. Did you hear George?
No, the Republicans we know, like they're just outright hateful, evil bastards. They don't even pretend to
Well,
be.
the politicians
the
I agree
Democrats
with.
pretend that like they're on our side.
Right, they pretend. They're all evil, man. They're all evil. Who was it? George W. Bush was made a big old gaffe, man. I mean, he was like, he said the quiet part out loud. It's like, you're a war criminal, dude. I mean, Obama was a war criminal. I mean, they're all criminals, man.
Like
Every one of them.
That was my first, like, the Iraq War was the first thing for me where I'm like, whoa, I'm not voting for you Republicans anymore.
Yeah.
That's when we went to war with Iraq. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing we've ever done as a
Yeah,
country.
weapons of mass destruction that weren't there. I know the whole thing, and Democrats are complicit in other wars like the Venezuela and fucking the Congo and I mean there's just been Somalia. I mean. Dude, they both suck, man. They're just both terrible parties, and the politicians. I mean, the people are not to blame.
we know that how evil Republicans are. Like it's just they're spreading hate and division and stuff like that. But the Democrats can be the same way. Just like look at all women should be heard. Unless it was like that Clinton they fucked.
Oh,
that was
right,
raping them or
right,
something.
right.
Unless it was one of our people that was doing
right.
it. Then,
Or Joe Biden, who's a
Or
fucking
Joe Biden,
creepster.
Right. I'll say
Right.
him. Yeah.
Right. Freak 5 says, my stinko, a coworker who gets preferential treatment already, changed from full-time to regular time. She was morning shift. To replace the loss of her in the morning, they moved someone from my shift to the morning shift. And then they let her choose her new schedule, and most of the time, she's working mornings, 9 to 6, 9 to 6, 9 1, 9 2, 9 2. So now it's me and one other doing the work of 3 days a week, except she hasn't stayed past 3:40 on a Tuesday since she has changed her schedule. First 2 Tuesdays, she finished her share of the second shift truck and left at 3:40. Then this week, me and the other coworker are told after you finish the truck, go help in the packing or sortation. They are short. And then she left at 2 before the fucking truck even showed up. Oh, that's awesome, man. I mean, there you go. Jamie says, right, they can't seem to compromise. They never can. Also, with the formula issue, if Biden would allow it to be shipped from Europe, we wouldn't be so bad. Or Canada, Jamie, or Canada. I agree with you 100%. More likely is the Democrats, it was the Republicans. Both of them, they're both complicit, man. They both are complicit, man. They both suck. All right. Anything else on your stinko break?
Oh, that's just the one stinko. I've got the other stinko, which is, I was talking about how Republicans like to spread mass hate and division throughout this country, even though they say they don't. Guys like Tucker Carlson like to spread this great replacement theory.
I did see that.
Well, over the weekend, a mad gunman, 18-year-old kid, easily, how easily easily it is to manipulate teenagers. Yeah. And to stuff like that. I mean, that's why the military wants them at 18 years old, so they can break them down and sculpt them into what they want them to be. Yeah. So it's easy to radicalize a teenager. Well, he's been radicalized. That teenager went into a grocery store, I think.
Yeah.
And started murdering black people because he was convinced that black people are going to replace white people, because that's what he was told by somebody. And even though this was a week ago, still the right wing, like Fox News, is still spreading replacement theory bullshit.
Okay, on that, Tucker Carlson was kind of the champion of that. Breakman, he did backtrack on that a little bit. So
barely. That's not really a backtrack.
I know, but
he started he shifted blame. He didn't really backtrack.
Right.
It's not.
I know.
Don't give him any credit.
I know. I mean, he's look, MSNBC say they got the same fucking shit on there, man. It just, they're all, the mainstream media just fucking sucks. Jamie says, it seems whoever gets into office for the leading party seems to really mess it up either way. There's no doubt, Jamie.
Definitely the last 3 of them, the country's been going downhill.
Yeah, I agree. Freak 5 says, we are just going to keep track of how often she leaves early on Tuesdays, wait a few months, then go over our supervisor's head and try to get a raise. I would.
Yeah, if you're doing extra work, you should do extra.
Absolutely. That's the right way to do it, Freak 5. Let us know how that goes, man. That's pretty shitty that you're dealing with that. All right. Did you finish your second break?
So racism is flourishing heavily through this country, and I was arguing with somebody on a message board this morning and said, well, majority of people in this country learn the N-word from rap music.
Oh God, you've got to be joking.
Okay, well, I can see the 20-year-olds and stuff like that. Probably, maybe that'd be the first place they learned the N-word. Some of us. By some of us, I mean most Americans were around before rap music was a thing. Where did we learn the N-word then from, buddy?
I mean, that's ridiculous.
You know where we learned it from? We learned it from other white people.
Right.
These racist fuckers. they try and play off like they're not racist and just like, no, we're like that. This is racism written by this article. Like they're just trying to divide us and stuff like that. No, you're dividing us.
Let me
You're a divider.
to buttress your point there, Breakman. Let me talk a little bit about racism. Right, we're worried about anywhere between 100 and 1,000 babies, brown babies at the border, right, with formula. Their talking points right now are about those babies taking formula from American babies, right? So my thing is this, like, we're talking about babies here. Does it matter if they're Chinese, black, brown, fucking Somalian, fucking
I know.
Canadian?
And they're like, well, feed American babies first.
Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Really?
We're talking...
You fake Christian-ass motherfucker, you know what Jesus would tell you to do?
Right.
Feed the other people first.
How about we just feed all babies?
Your savior would tell you that you're an asshole.
Yeah, and there's no way that 100 to 1,000... Nobody can convince me that even 1,000 babies is preventing the 3 million babies in this country from getting formula. It's just not... It makes no sense.
Right. Well, I mean, that's another back to Tucker Carlson and Fox News. Like, and just they make immigration like this horrible war that's going on at our border. They make it sound like they stopped. Like, I forget what Blackburn was like. Right. They caught 50,000 legal immigrants at the border this year. Like, yeah, they were caught. Isn't that what you idiots want?
You know what's funny?
I don't know what you assholes want anymore.
Right. Yeah. What?
You stopped them from getting in here. Isn't that what you wanted? Now you're complaining about that?
You know what the funny thing is?
Because they were there in the first place.
You know what
they're mad about?
You know what the funny thing is about border crossing, right? It's always a big talking point between politicians. You know, how do we stop the people illegally coming into this country? For the past, I think it's been like now over 5 years, there's been a surplus of people, or like an excess. Like, the amount of people going in the country is now less than the people going out of the country. You see what I'm saying? So there's more people.
The number one, like the biggest illegal immigrants, quote unquote, in this country. You know who those are? People who've overstayed their visas. People that came into this country legally. Right. They just didn't leave.
Right.
I mean, this isn't people sneaking into our country.
Right.
It's not like happening in these numbers.
No. Because, it costs money to leave.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let me read chat real quick, guys, here. Jamie says, hold on. Just got home, got on Steam. Mass Builders on sale. I like the sequel Ass Builder, Jamie, a lot better. Sorry to change the subject. No. Yay, we talk about everything on here, Jamie.
I know. Like, I'm disappointed. It's on PC. That sounded really cool to me. I was like, ooh, build your own mech.
Yeah, mech builder game. Like I said,
always an agenda freak. Yeah.
Just wait for the sequel Ass Builder break, and then you'll be. It's coming out on consoles, so you know. Freak says, this isn't a surprise. They showed their true faces long ago. Remember how quickly they went from all lives matter to blue lives matter. It shows they don't really care about lives, just specific lives. Always an agenda. Always on either side. Always. I mean, like I said, I like both. There are things I like from both parties, but why do only two parties exist is my thing. I mean, it should be at minimum five parties, 5 different points of views, so
just like the Supreme Court, like we aren't most people on the I shouldn't say most people, a lot of people are not represented by the people that are on the Supreme Court, you know what I mean?
I would agree with
there's
that.
nobody who's representing the LGBTQ community. The one black guy on the court works for Hitler, I think, or something. Like, I do not know what this guy's deal is.
Hitler.
Like, I think he worships Satan. I
don't know. Clarence Thomas is something else, man. I mean, they all have their issues, man. I could go down the line. Gorsuch. Who's the beer swilling guy now? What's his name? That's not even qualified. Kavanaugh.
Yeah, the guy who. A devil's Devil's Triangle. That's a drink. Yeah,
Right.
drink.
Right.
Okay, we know you're
Sotomayor's got her
lying. What the-
issues. Before that, it was Ruth Bader Ginsburg that had all kinds of issues. The one that they just got in there, Kinjasha Brown, sentenced people to like 25 years for like joints. So it's like, you know,
Jesus.
I mean, it's like you get one after another that are just awful, man. It's just terrible. All right. We need to move on. Did that conclude your stinkos?
Yeah, like it was just another horrible mass shooting, and I know there have been more since, but this one was racially motivated, and just the denials going on by just the racism is getting more and more just open in this country.
It's the year
Like-
2022. The time of racism should just be over. You know what I mean?
It should. Instead, it seems to have grown.
Yeah. All right, Eric, your stinko of the week.
Before I get to my stinko, I just want to mention there's a video on Renegade Cut. It's a Twitter channel or a YouTube channel about this topic where I just lost my train of thought because I'm tired.
All right.
But
You were talking about strippers.
strippers.
No, we were talking about the politics.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, it was about. Now I remember. It was about racism and Black civil rights movement and how the conservatives basically just gave up after that because they said, "Hey, we fought racism. We've done enough."
Yeah.
And that's basically how they approach every problem since we've done enough, so we don't want to do anymore. Fuck you.
Yeah. Both parties do. Jamie push the
They
race
just do it in
card.
different
It's-
ways.
Yeah,
Like
it's
they-
different.
But my stinko it belongs to two groups. One being Keiji Inafune because he's launched an NFT project. At first, people weren't sure whether or not it was legit, but the following day, he put up a video with him talking about it. And here's what it's about. He's working with this company called Polka Fantasy, and he set up an NFT collection called Beastroid, which is basically like a build your own Maverick from Mega Man X, only it doesn't use any of the artwork or assets. It's just basically the same idea.
Just
And I think
generic.
they
yeah.
used the original artist for Mega Man X as a template for the creations. And so basically, it looks like a really bad fan fiction-y thing, which I guess to its credit, it's better than an ape. But NFTs are NFTs.
Yeah, NFTs.
And
Are,
I think the big reason why he's even doing this in the first place is because level 5 might have put him up to it, because he does work at level 5, and they are put blockchain shit into that Ni no Kuni Crossworlds mobile game. So they're going all in on it too, and they probably like put their heads together and did stuff in different sections of the web sphere.
yeah.
But like he basically destroyed any goodwill I had left for him.
I know that the NFTs are just awful fucking shit. Eric, I'm in agreement with you. I know.
I'm still unwilling to defend him on how Mighty Number 9 turned out, but because he's such a big businessman-minded person and would get into the chain letter skin of NFTs, and now he needs to push them on someone else, of course he's going to do this.
Yeah, NFTs are no bueno. It's basically paying for nothing. You know, that's what it is. It's just an idea.
Ugh.
I know. My stinko.
Still never played Mighty Number 9, but I have no urge to really, because I've never heard anything good about it.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just not great. It's not Mega Man level good. You know, that's what people were
It's
upset.
Mega Man. It's Mega Man X6 level disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
I
All right. Mine, and you're gonna be interested in
Or
this
I
one.
don't know, maybe X7 is a better example because I think that's even worse than 6.
God, yeah. 7 at some points is unfucking playable.
Right. Okay.
Ugh.
My stinko of the week, guys. this is an unusual one, all right? I don't normally like talking sports, but I had to for this one because I was going to place a casual bet on the Cincinnati Reds for a specific game. It was against the Pirates, right? And I'm like, well, the Pirates suck. I mean, Cincinnati's my second favorite team. I have a good feeling about this. Let me think about putting a little bit of money on this one, right? Like $5-10. I never bet anything big, right? And I'm glad I didn't because the Reds lost 1-0. Now, that in itself would have been okay, right? That would have been just fine. Do you guys know how the Reds lost? They threw a no-hitter in that game, and they fucking lost.
Oh yeah. That
They
one
threw
really upset me.
a no-hitter, let me reiterate, which is like one of the most impossible things to do in baseball, a no-hitter. The only thing better would be a perfect game. Right, where it's like 27 batters up and 27 batters don't even get on base. I don't know. So a no hitter is basically they don't get any hits, right? I mean, there could be walks, but no hits. How the fuck do you ruin a game, Breakman, by throwing 3 walks and a pass ball and lose that game? Please tell me how that's possible.
So you're blaming the pitcher for no hits. That's what it sounds like to me. Even though the pitcher, there are only 2 of them, they went 9 innings. I mean, they only gave up 1 run.
They did great. The pitching was great.
Yeah, but you just don't blame the pitching. You gotta blame the shitty hitting that didn't do.
I agree.
Job.
That's what I'm saying.
The 9 people who came up to the plate and fucking did shit the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
But how do you lose a game 1-0 and your team did a no-hitter? It blew my fucking mind. It was the first time I've ever seen that happen.
They'll use the injury excuse. They always use the injury excuse.
Right.
I'm
banged
sick
up.
of hearing that.
We're banged
Every
up.
team deals with injuries.
I know, so stupid.
You just shut the fuck up. With your
Oh
injury
God,
shit.
it was
This
awful.
is a bad team because your ownership decided to sell people off
Right.
in the off season to cut costs.
Right.
It's exactly what he did. He can spin it. He said, "I'm trying to make the team more lean and younger." And stuff like that. No, you're
All
just
right.
cutting costs.
You know what? We need to lighten up things with some Sweetos, man. I'm sick of the Stinkos right now. So let's move on to Sweetos.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet! Sweet of the week!
All right, Breakman, your Sweeto of the week.
Just go back to chat real quick. Scotoma, is that how you say it? Scotoma. He said he lives in California. Well, I live in Ohio, and racism is becoming really, really just outright, just blatant here.
Frank, break. Didn't you post a Twitter post or share a Twitter post that showed someone in the Congress who's trans, who's making an argument against lowering the age for consent for getting surgery or affirmative care, basically, and because they're apparently like. It was like 25 or something because apparently people aren't old enough at that point to make the decision.
What?
I think once you're 21, I mean,
Well,
you should.
if you're old enough to go die for your country, quote unquote, at 18, like you and me have talked about this before. We've all talked
The
about.
argument is that kids shouldn't be allowed to make their own decisions because they're kids.
Yeah, it's always that argument.
So they want to raise the age up to 25.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that. Then okay. Wow.
And this is a trans person saying this, and they're just like all those other politicians that want to make a bad time for everybody and throw them under the bus, even though they're a part of that group, because they want to get ahead in their political career and they think they can earn better brownie points by appealing to the GOP base.
This is what I'm saying. All politicians are corrupt pieces of shit, Eric. This goes back to the same thing time and time again. They're only worried about their own agenda, and their own agenda
work for the
always.
highest bidder.
Yeah, their own agenda always goes to the highest bidder. Always. Whoever wants to pay them. Name the politician.
I mean, just look at what's been going on in Congress for the last couple of years. Like Joe Manchin and Sinema, have been blocking everything, and that's their excuse. Like they've been stopping us from doing everything. Well, no, you have options. There are things you could definitely do Like you could take him off his committees. You could punish him, for instance, or you could like go and full born into filibuster, stuff like that.
Mhm.
No, they're not
I-
willing to do that kind of stuff.
I thought that the filibuster should have been done away with so many times. Republicans had control, Democrats had control, and I said, look,
Yeah, they don't want to.
right, they don't want. Neither party really wants to,
Nope.
right? They want to keep it in there so that way everything could be status quo. The same thing, you know. It's like, I mean, that's the whole point of gaining the majority, right? In the house, like you get your agenda passed, whatever it is, right? So, I mean, if you're in a two-party system, that's how it works. The majority has the power, right? So, I mean, that's the way that it's set up.
They're really irritating the shit out of me with their whole defense of abortion. Their defense of abortion is go out and vote in November.
Yeah, go
What
out
the
and
fuck
vote.
do you think people did in the last election?
We did that
They
already.
went out and voted for Democrats. They brought Democrats in overwhelming numbers. And you know what's happening under Democrats? We're losing abortion rights for women. Millions of women are going to lose abortion rights, voter rights, stuff like that. You know?
Yeah, and the Democrats are gonna get slaughtered in the midterms. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
they're gonna get killed, and good. You know what I'm saying? Good. I mean, fuck it. I mean, let's shine a light on all this shit. I mean, it's been proven time and time again. The status quo is whatever. And the Republican, like the people that are Republicans that vote Republican, just watch how your agenda never gets anywhere either. So, you know, all this Roe versus Wade being overturned stuff, watch how it slowly goes back to being put in place within the next 10 years. I mean, it's a slow drip either way. Like, that's how it's going to go. I mean, ebb and flow. Like, you think your agenda is going to get passed?
Republicans will get what they want until they realize that's not actually what they want, because now it's actually affecting their lives negatively.
Well,
And then they'll maybe hopefully realize that they screwed themselves over. Along with the rest of us.
It's a joke. It's a failed experiment. I mean, I used to love what this country.
See, but that goes back to the sport, like the whole my team aspect of
Yeah,
the
my team.
tribalism. Like,
Yep.
I will do anything to beat you, even if it hurts me.
Yep. Yeah. No doubt. And both sides are complicit. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Every issue is a tug of war, right?
Yeah.
A fake tug of
It's
war.
about winning. It's not about what's right.
Right. Because behind the scenes they talk to each other, right? They have to. And they're like, "Okay, if you let us win this one, we'll go ahead and let you win this one," right? And it's a fake tug of war. It's
well, for instance,
so stupid.
Why did people vote for Joe Biden in record numbers?
I mean, I'm guessing to repudiate Trump. I mean,
Right.
You know.
So basically, we voted for Biden because we wanted, the anti-Trump. We wanted to go in there and, do the agenda. We hired him because the Republican Party had gone insane, essentially. We're saying, no, we don't want you to work with Republicans. What has he talked about for the last 2 years? His friends in the Republican Party?
Right. Well, he's a Republican himself, man.
I know.
And now he
Remember,
wants
like-
to wage even more war than even Trump did.
That's why I didn't
And he'll get
understand.
it done because he's not incompetent like
I
Trump.
never understood why the Republicans were so
people
adamant
will
against Joe Biden,
Let
thinking.
him do it because
Hold on, Eric.
because he's not Trump.
Let me finish.
No, he's worse than
I just
Trump.
think I never understood why the Republicans didn't want Biden in office. I mean, he's basically a Republican with a D next to his name. You know, it's like I mean, you
Hell,
guys.
even Obama admitted that he was a Republican.
Yeah, Obama. I mean, it's so stupid. Nothing is helping anybody's case, Jamie. Like they're both idiotic parties, man.
Yeah.
It's not the people. The people are not the problem. The politicians are the problem. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
and I get this like all the time in message boards when I go and like bash like a Republican, like, oh, you leftist Democrats and shit like that. I'm like, fuck.
Do people even know what you're talking about?
Like I'm not like, yeah, like thanks. I'm not.
Breakman, you and I have been
Fuck
at
you.
odds
Just
for
fuck you,
yeah,
assholes.
just fuck yourself. You know, it's like you and I have been
Yes.
odds about a lot of things. You know, I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. I hate both parties. I think they both suck. You know, I mean, and there's things I like about like the actual tenets of being a Democrat. There's things I like about being the tenets of being a Republican, but neither one do what they say. So what's the point? You know, it's just so stupid.
I mean, you can make the argument that trying to carry out the ideology pushes you in
one extreme anyway. So
Yeah, right. We need to move
I
on.
wouldn't necessarily be upset with them not doing exactly what the American people wanted when it's in our if they're doing what was in our best interest.
Right.
You know,
but
for instance, like with COVID or something.
yeah, but with 90,
But
95
they don't do what's in our best interest. They don't do what's in the country's
they only
best
do what's in
interest.
their own selfish interests.
Yes, exactly.
right. And we've covered that. Let's move on. We got to talk happier things. Breakman Eric, I don't see a Sweeto, so I'm going to go to
Well, look at it.
Breakman.
Well, freak it. Listen to this. He decided last Sunday to quit for a while. He hasn't had any alcohol since late Saturday night, and he's feeling pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's
He
good,
doesn't even
man.
remember the last time he went a day without drinking out. Well, congrats, man. I like
Yeah,
hearing
that's a
that.
good start, man.
You
Like
make Slager faint that way.
smoke weed instead. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean,
I think Slager's drank enough alcohol that it's basically replaces blood at this point.
you don't know that. How dare you? Slager's a
He
fine
needs
upstanding.
the hospital. He needs an IV. Give me a big can of Budweiser.
I
Pour it
know,
in there.
right? Just put some quarters in there, please. This time, I want something a little different.
And
All
I'm
right,
like, no, Coors.
Right.
Get that goddamn Budweiser.
right, and get the Heineken lined up for next week. I'm feeling saucy, you know.
You guys got some champagne or beer in here anywhere?
Champagne, the champagne of beer. All right, let's move on to happier thoughts. Breakman, your Sweeto of the week.
Okay, I've got two of them. I told you one of them already. I fucking find that memory. The first time I haven't played a game in like 2-3 weeks. The first day I play it, like in
Isn't
an
that
hour,
weird?
I find it like.
It's like playing a boss over and over, and you get frustrated. You throw the controller, and then like a week later, you come back and you beat it first try, and you're like, "God damn it!" You know, it's
How
like,
did I not beat him the first time? What the hell? He wasn't that hard.
right. My dad's an alcoholic. I went to plenty of AA meetings with him when he was a single father and heard stories of people reaching rock bottom. And I'm patting myself on the back that I didn't have to reach rock bottom before I made. That's a great thing, Freak 5. Good job, dude. That's a definite Sweeto. We applaud you, man. I mean, you know, it's if you have a history of alcoholism in your family, it's never a good idea to drink in excess. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, you did a good thing, man. Great job. All right, I'm sorry, Break. What do you got?
That's fine. And my other Sweeto goes to, well, in 2 days on Sunday it'll be May 22nd, which is Breakman Day. So happy Breakman Day.
That's right. It is Breakman in a couple of days. Make sure you send all your cash givings and prizes to my address.
No,
and...
it's not about me. It's about this is a party. It's a celebration for everyone. I mean, it's about me, but
So
it's
this
still
is
a party.
like this is kind of like what Hobbits do, where they all give gifts. That's it.
They all celebrate in it. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it is awesome, man. How old are you now? Like 25, Breakman?
I'll be let me see, on the 22nd I'll be double that. I'll be 44.
Wow, for the big 4-4, the double 4. That's your agent number, the double 4. You know, so there you go. All right, cool. You got any
That'd be a
plans?
shit- like, go get that old agent. Where's he at? Like, hold on, my knees are bothering me. I'll be
Right,
there shortly.
right. Hold on, my hip's out of place. I gotta put that sucker back in place. All right, man.
Oh, my back. Ow.
Do you have any plans? Like, what you have any idea what you're doing, or you know?
Not yet. We're still planning.
I tell you what, man. I'm gonna celebrate Breakman Day by smoking a big old joint. How about that,
Oh,
man?
that sounds good.
Yeah. There you go. All right, Eric. I didn't see anything under you. I think I have a Sweeto, even though my Avalanche lost last night. They laid a turd.
I can make up one on the spot.
You can wait till I'm done, is what you can do. Real quickly, mine playoff hockey. I love playoff hockey. It's really, really good. But okay, Eric, what's your Sweeto?
I think we finally have a date for Dragon Ball Superhero.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
I
cool.
think it's like probably mid-August.
All right, cool. All
Not
right,
soon. Awesome.
yeah,
I
All
thought
right.
we wouldn't get to the fall, so that's pretty awesome.
right on. Let's move on to the free for all.
It's a free for all. Little bear. Yeah, it's a free for all. Wow. Suck it.
All right, we're into the second round of the greatest RPG for the PlayStation 2. We're down to 16 teams. By the end of today, we'll be down to 8. You know how this goes. So let's get right into it.
They have to battle each other to death. So
Right.
once they're dead in this, that you have to throw away your own. If you have a
Yep,
copy,
throw
of it,
your copy away, or if you just have memories, you have to wipe your memory by getting lobotomies. So there you go. Let's start at the top here. Let's go Persona 4 versus Wild Arms 3. Eric, I'm gonna go with you first. You're an expert at all things RPGs. What say you here?
I'm gonna go with Persona 4.
All right, Breakman.
Is Wild Arms 3 the one with the platforming?
No,
It's 5.
No, it isn't. Oh,
I think it's
okay.
5. Yeah.
5. Okay, I'm still
No,
picking Persona
4. It's 4.
It's 4.
It's
Oh,
4,
that's
okay.
why it's not even on this list. Okay. Yeah. All right.
We got rid of that one.
Yep. All right.
Oh, that's right. We murdered that motherfucker. Yeah, take that.
Actually, Wild Arms 4 wasn't even a part of the list.
Yeah, I didn't even put it on here. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, take that, Wild Arms 4.
Yeah. All right. So what you got, man?
I'm gonna still go with Persona.
I am too. I do like
I
the.
love the modern day setting of the Persona game. It's really different from like the fantasy setting you get from most RPGs.
Plus, Persona 4 is just a damn good game, man. It really is. It's all the Persona games are just really good. All right. Dark Cloud 2 versus Radiata Stories. I'll go first on this one. I really like Dark Cloud 2. It's basically Dark Cloud 1 taken to another level. I wish they would do another Dark Cloud game. I know Radiata Stories is really good. I never really got too far into
That
Radiata.
level 5 kind of died, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, somebody else could take up the mantle. Breakman, what say you?
Yeah, I
I've
think
never
Sony
played
owns the
Radiata
IP,
Stories.
so...
You're picking Radiata Stories.
No, I never played Radiata
okay.
Stories. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so you're going
So
Dark
I
Cloud.
kind of have to pick Dark Cloud.
And is it a clean sweep, Eric?
Yeah, it's Dark Cloud.
All right, Dark Cloud 2 moves on. Next matchup here, this is a titanic matchup. Kingdom Hearts versus Final Fantasy X. Breakman, I think I know what you're going to say.
Oh yeah, of course I'm gonna pick the Disney characters. Is what you're gonna say, right?
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. No, obviously I've talked about the teen romance and how I'm getting a little schoolgirl and stuff, and I love that shit. So Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
Or Final Fantasy X is it's actually. That's the
I
real
know.
name. They didn't.
Exactly. Freak said Dark Cloud 2. I might have to re-download on that PS4. Yeah. All right. What about you, Eric? What say you? Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy X?
Final Fantasy X.
I really like Kingdom Hearts.
I feel like functionally from a gameplay standpoint, Kingdom Hearts is really clunky compared to what came after.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna have to go also with Final Fantasy X. It's a fantastic game. I really like it. All right. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts,
And it was the first Final Fantasy that was primarily voice acted.
yes. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 2 versus Ys Arc of Nafstum. Nephishtim, however you say that.
Not
Nephishtim. No, I did say Nephishtim. How the fuck else you?
Whoa.
Breakman, what do you want?
Not fisting. Yeah.
Okay,
Who'd you fist? Who
fisting.
got fisted?
Arc of Fisting. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. Eric.
It's called E6.
God damn it, Eric. Go
It
ahead.
is E6 after all.
Fisting.
It's fisting, is what it is. That's what it is.
Who got fisted?
I'm gonna go with Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean, I liked E6, but it's not as fun as Kingdom Hearts 2
Okay.
was. And it's got a
Break,
much stronger story.
Breakman, what are you picking?
Yeah, of the Kingdom Hearts, I do remember like 2 was pretty like before 2 was when it really started before it really got crazy story wise.
Yeah,
I mean,
2
it was crazy, but it wasn't like convoluted and insane.
Yeah.
I think the only spinoff at that point was Chain of Memories, and that was it.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably the strongest entry in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I really enjoyed it. It's going to be a clean sweep, even though E6 or E's Fisting is like how I liked Arc of
I know,
Fisting.
man. I want a fisting game now.
I know.
You still never told me who got fisted. No, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, that's for a different day, man. We'll discuss that off
Adal and Dogi fisted each other.
All right, here we go, guys. This is, I mean, for me, this is simple. Dragon Quest VIII versus Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I believe that's 1. Not 100% sure. So I'm going to go first on this one. I've been on record as saying that Dragon Quest VIII is my favorite game of all time. There's no way any Baldur's Gate game comes close to it. I'm picking Dragon Quest VIII. What say you, Breakman?
Oh man, if it was Baldur's Gate PC, I think it'd be a closer fight. Like the Baldur's Gates were better on the PC. Dragon Quest VIII it was a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I still like 9 more, but
That's
Dragon Quest VIII was a
blasphemy.
lot of fun.
How dare you?
And I'll go with Dragon Quest VIII.
All right. Eric, is it a clean sweep? Freak 5 says Dark Alliance. Of course he
Dragon
would.
Quest 8,
You
yeah.
The
son of a
walls
bitch.
get fisted. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there you go. All right, next matchup we got here. I was going to kill you guys if
Well,
you didn't pick
Doki
Dragon.
doesn't have that much appearance in these 6, but he is there, and he does smash some walls.
Yeah. All right. Tales of Abyss versus Wild Arms 5. This is our second Wild Arms entry we've had that moved on. So, Eric, what say you?
I'm gonna go with Tales of the Abyss.
Okay. Breakman?
I
Does
stupidly sold my PS2 version to get the 3DS version, and it's like graphically inferior.
Yeah.
But I could always get an emulator.
You're an upset, Freak 5. How
Play that
dare
version.
you, son of a
I'm hoping
bitch.
it gets a remaster one day, though. So.
All right, what say you, Break?
If it's the Tales I'm thinking of, Tales.
I'm going to go with Wild Arms 5 to go against the grain here a little bit. I did enjoy it, but Tales of Abyss is strong. I don't have any problem with Tales of Abyss moving on. All right, next matchup here, Persona 3 versus Final Fantasy 12. Breakman, what say you?
Ooh.
How dare you, Freak 5? How dare you?
What? Who?
Freak
What?
5's you're exiled, you son of a bitch.
Hashtag stop the steal. There was fraud in the DQ8 winning.
How dare you? How dare you, Freak 5? That's blasphemy on this show. All right,
God.
Break. Who you picking?
Final Fantasy 12 is set in the world of Ivalice, which is my Final Fantasy favorite setting because of the tactics games.
So is Vagrant Story. That's how popular Ivalice is.
Yeah, but the problem is I never played 12.
God, it's so good, dude. Really good.
I'm pretty sure I bought a copy and I just haven't got to it yet.
I think
It's
Final
finished.
Fantasy 12 is the most underrated Final Fantasy of all the games. That 9, 12 and 9 are the most underrated, but that's just me. I don't know.
Is Persona 3 the one you shoot yourself in the head, or is that
Yes, that's the one. That was the
It's
controversial
3.
one.
It's 3. So the Persona 3 is my vote then.
Okay, Eric?
I'm going to go with Final Fantasy 12.
Ooh, this is a tough one for me because Persona 3 was really the first kind of, like entry point into the Persona franchise for me.
I
Really
love how
good.
fucked up it was, the shooting themselves in the head aspect.
Oh,
I'm
that
sorry,
was
I didn't
so
interrupt you.
controversial, man. I mean, when that game came out, I mean, people threw a shit fit over that.
The weird thing is they're not actually shooting themselves.
No,
it's
it's
more
just-
like it's more like the act of shooting themselves is what
Right.
allows them
Yeah.
to summon their card,
Yeah.
which contains the various
personas. Oh god, this is really tough. I have to be the tiebreaker on this one. I love both of these games. I'm gonna say Persona 3 by the skin of its teeth.
Wow.
Yeah, I know Final Fantasy 12 is such a good game. I hate to pass on it, but
Questbuster might not show up today then.
I know.
3 has so many problems for me that it's hard to me to vote for it over 12 though. That's why I voted for 12.
Yeah, I know, but I still like it, man. I know the criticisms of 3, but I didn't see that. I just thought it was a fantastic game.
And
All
why
right.
do you think Persona 4 got Persona 4 Golden? Persona 3, I mean, yeah, they got the PSP Portal game.
Fez or whatever it was.
But it
yeah.
doesn't really have a definitive version of its own.
Yeah. All right, Xenosaga Episode 3 is the final matchup going up against Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I'm going to go first on this one. I'm in the minority when I say I really like the Xenosaga saga, I guess. But Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne was as close to... it was as close to a horror RPG that they had up to that point. I know later on they came out with Devil Summoner and a few others, but for me, Nocturne, as hard as it was, is just a good, man, a really good story. I liked it a lot. I'm picking Nocturne. What say you, Eric?
I'm going with Xenosaga.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so the tiebreaker's up to Breakman. What say you?
Oh man, there are a few RPGs I think I hated more than the first 2 Xenosagas. But everybody keeps telling me the third one's good.
Yeah, it's the best of the bunch. But I did like.
I quit the second when I was near the end, but I'm just like, you know what? I am not having fun with this game. I'm done. I'm gonna go play something else.
I like both of those games.
Yeah,
How
but
dare you?
Xenosaga 3 has like basically a zombie sequence in it.
Yeah.
But it does have has Cosmos. That's a really fantastic character. I love that character.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I remember from 2 is that Albedo at the end killed a bunch of Realian Momo types.
Yeah.
Is that the kid with the guns?
No, you're thinking of Rubedo.
Okay.
All right, here it is.
Wow. I've never played Nocturne either.
Ooh, Nocturne's an underrated game.
I guess for the characters and the story, and even though I hated the first 2 games, everybody tells me Xenosaga 3 is amazing. For you, Frank, I will pick Xenosaga 3.
Well, it's not for me because I picked Nocturne, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'll pick Nocturne for you, Frank.
All right. Well, then Nocturne moves on. I mean, I think it's a better game. It's just I can't believe Eric didn't pick Nocturne. That's the surprising. I don't like games that make it so grindy. It's like a job. Jamie says. But see, I like that. I like grindy games, man. That's where RPGrinders.
Grinding. My problem with Xenosaga was most of the story. The fights were boring too.
How dare you? They were not.
The stages were boring.
How dare you?
Most of the story sucked. Except
You're
for
boring,
Ghostbusters.
Breakman. How dare
Awesome.
you? I like the cutscenes. I think that's what I liked about this.
The main character in the first game was so fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's true. I do like it though. I mean, I like the cutscenes, man. I mean, if they could call the games cutscene the game, and it would have been apt. All right, so you wavered on that, but you came to your senses.
What I remember the most is her having a rant about books, because her brother liked to read real books.
Yeah,
and she just went on this fucking rant for 5 minutes about paper. That's ridiculous.
From what I heard,
Right.
Xenosaga episodes 1 and 2, which was a DS exclusive that was only released in Japan, does a much better job of condensing the story and changing up the gameplay enough to make it worth playing.
Yeah.
Over the original 2 PS2 games.
I like the original ones, but
And I don't think there is a fan translation for it yet, although I think maybe there were attempts in the past.
Jamie says, I suppose that's why you guys stick to consoles. Most console games are not grindy. Well, if you're talking RPGs, I mean, most RPGs I play are real grindy. I like that. I mean, look, the show's called RPGrinders for a reason. When I started this show, what, 13?
Grindy RPGs don't really exist anymore because they've streamlined the
they've streamlined them quite a bit, which is kind of sad for me, but I understand. I mean,
grinding is optional most of the time.
I'm playing a grindy fighting game.
But Frank,
Does
if you like grinding, you should play the Monster Hunter games because that's all about the grind.
The which ones?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I don't know. The cutesy art style is not my thing, Eric. I mean, but
I'm talking about Monster Hunter, not Pokemon.
Oh, Monster Hunter. Yeah. I mean, I do have Monster Hunter on PS4, but I don't know. I just never really got into it, man. It's just I guess I need a turn-based RPG to grind the right way. I guess
you can play Monster Hunter Stories then.
Yeah, maybe Monster Hunter Stories. But again, that one's kind of like cutesy graphics, man. I don't know. I might play.
You have
that
an image problem. You need to get over yourself.
You shut your mouth. How about that? And you're exiled, you son of a bitch. No, I don't, man. I mean, look, I'm an old school guy, Eric. I like the old school turn-based RPGs.
I'm sorry.
You shut up, you.
What does
exile.
old school turn-based have to do with art style?
I'm not. Well, I mean, no, I was talking about the grindy nature of video games, man. It's not like back in the day.
Yeah, and that's what I was referring to.
Yeah,
the art style.
Yeah,
and I
get over
yourself.
You need to get over yourself, you son of a bitch. How about that? Anyways, PC RPG games I played in the past, like Guild Wars 2, is grindy. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 was a good game, man. I actually played a tiny bit of Guild Wars back in the day, Jamie. So yeah, I know.
played a lot of WoW, so yeah, I'm familiar with grinding.
I like grinding. I don't think it's bad at all. Like
you know
it
what
gets a
always
bad name.
bothered me in those when you'd have a quest where it's like, go collect 3 claws from
Yeah.
a wolf,
Yeah.
and you gotta kill like 20 wolves to
I
get
know.
3 fucking claws.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
Did Breakman
all
just
say
say
one
woofs
claw with no
like I did?
claws?
Did anybody hear what I just heard? My influence is spreading. I love it. You said woofs just like I do. That's
Oh, I
awesome.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I should clip that out, man. That's awesome. How about that? Check. Yeah, how about that? Was that how that went? But no, I'm just talking like the only time
Anybody
that
else need help finding the wife and the barons?
yeah, exactly. The only time that I didn't enjoy a game that was kind of grindy, like turn-based wise, was like back in the day, like the old school Dragon Quest games or Dragon Warrior as they were called back in the day, where every 2 steps was like a random battle.
Ugh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that sucked. I mean, that was awful. I mean,
And running away was a bad proposition because you usually get punished for
Yeah.
Yes.
because it often would fail the check for you.
yes, yeah.
Oh, especially Final Fantasy. It was terrible about that. You just see your guys trying to run away, and
Yeah.
meanwhile the enemies keep attacking.
And the process for it was so slow too. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I hated
Like,
that, but
you'd think the monk and the thief would be able to get away, but no.
yeah.
Not so much.
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. If you guys want to see round 3 of our tournament to determine the greatest RPG PS2 game of all time, join us next week at what is I even forget. It's 7 Eastern time on Friday. So that we're live every Friday.
The right
7 Eastern.
time, the future time.
Exactly.
As we talked about online, you know.
Exactly.
You guys are wrong. I live in the future. You're just jealous.
All right, Breakman, your plug, sir.
This is my sci-fi.
Oh, that was sci-fi. Okay. You got to do like a little slow, like eerie, like note, you know, just like hit that. Yes, perfect. There you go. You got it. All right. What? Plug away, Breakman. What you got for us? Pokemon games are pretty grindy. Yeah. All right.
Well, the earlier ones, especially.
Yeah. All right,
okay,
Break.
You can follow me at Break. Wait, shit. At RPGrinders on Twitter. That's been going for a long time. You know,
Yeah.
actually, you should go back and see if I can reclaim it since it's been suspended for like 2
You
years.
should,
I'm sure
man. Get it back, man. Damn.
mean,
Or a version of it.
Elon
Just make a
Musk
new
is
one.
gonna let Trump back on. Why can't I get back?
Yeah,
on?
get back on, man. Or create a different
I
version.
don't know. I mean, he's not actually buying Twitter now.
No,
I
see,
know.
that's the thing is he's playing a game with shareholders right now where he's basically gonna get to Twitter for cheaper.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing with money and how to buy companies, and he's playing a nice little game that's saving him a lot of millions of dollars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's smart. I mean, yeah.
I know he's shrewd. I can't deny that.
Yeah. All right. So RPGrinders on Twitter. Send Break some sex questions. He loves it.
Mhm.
All right, Eric.
Yep. I mean, how can I save your marriage or relationship unless you ask? I mean,
Right.
you
Right.
guys are all gonna end up divorced unless you talk to me.
Right.
Just telling
That's
you.
exactly right, man. I mean, I ended up divorced once, and I didn't ask Breakman a damn thing. So maybe if you ask Breakman question, what are you gonna say, Bernie?
I was
Sorry,
gonna say
that's
that's
a
why
bad
our
time to laugh, but-
relationship is thriving because we used to ask questions.
Oh yeah, we used to ask Breakman questions. That's why we're 4 years into our relationship, Bernie. Yeah, exactly.
Almost 5.
Yeah, so you take credit for that, Breakman. There you go.
I do. I take credit for everything.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Eric, what you got for us,
I'm like a
man?
politician, even
Yeah.
though I'm not involved in it. Or I'll vote against it and still take credit for
Right.
it.
I'm gonna plug Mega Man because Mega Man's awesome.
All right.
That's true.
And I'm gonna plug the site I write reviews for is bossbrowserbrigade.com. I haven't written anything for a while, but hopefully I'll get back to it one day. But there's definitely gonna be a review on there at some point because I still need to write the Brigandine review.
All right.
But there's also the audio reviews I do on the feed. Haven't done anything this week, but because I've had a hard time what one I should tackle next or several. But I have Monday off, so maybe I'll have the time to do it now. But if you like either of those and you want to support me, and you can send me as little as $1 a month or just do a one-time donation of whatever amount you want. That would really help out and help provide me with the means. Well, if I got enough money, it would help provide me for the means to get upgrades to my audiovisual setup. So maybe I could do Twitch streaming eventually. I mean, I do have a video card, but I probably might need a more powerful PC to do that. But
Where can they see
So-
your Patreon, Eric?
yeah, the link to my Patreon is in my Twitter profile at EricRPG.
At Eric RPG. All right. Anything else, Eric?
But like even if I just get small amounts of money, I can use that to buy like smaller indie games or whatever. Occasionally, I can review those.
Yeah.
And like maybe if I get enough people can start making a request of games I might not have covered yet.
Yeah. Eric's a great reviewer. You would not be disappointed if you threw him a few extra bucks on Patreon at Eric RPG. The link is there in his profile. Make sure you hit him up. Let him know that you like what he's doing. There are on the RPGrinders feed on Podbean. You can find a lot of reviews that Eric has done and put a lot of time into it. So
Yeah. See, unlike tipping a stripper, like that money's gone. Once you
Right.
leave the club, like you tip him, like you can still listen to
Right. It's
his
always
reviews
there.
anytime. They're still on the feed.
he's always there. He's like Father Time, always there. All right. Let's see. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow me on my other YouTube channel, Mexican Longhair, where I do homeless outreach. I cover homeless sweeps. I do a lot of man on the street interviews. I cop watch. I mean, I do fun videos, slice of life videos, all kinds of different things. Check it out at Mexican Longhair on YouTube. And subscribe. I could really use some extra subscriptions on there. So I'm almost at 3,000 subs. So I'm getting up there. And then the more people that join that channel, it seems like the more people join this channel. I'm not saying I'm the star of the show or anything. I'm just saying, but no, I'm just totally kidding, man. But yeah, just join me there.
Duh, because I'm a star.
You are a star, man. I mean, not the star, but you are a star. Starfish, like a butthole,
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, exactly. You can let's see what else. You can follow me on any of the consoles, RPGrinders. So if you have a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Switch, just type in RPGrinders. You'll find me. And there you go. Crocs with no socks. I mean, that's hot, man. I mean, So there you go. A couple days ago, I saw someone that looked like he was what you would get if you ordered Killmonger on Wish. That's funny, man. Starstruck, Jamie says. Yeah, exactly. How do you think Jamie found this channel? I mean, he's on my other channel. He's like, oh, you do a video game channel. I like video games, so let me go on over there, So there you go. Thanks, Jamie. By the way, thanks to all the new subscribers. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that joins us live. I want to thank Jamie for coming in this week. Freak5, let me look at the chat here. Slagar was in here earlier, but his woman slapped him around and said, you got to pay attention to me. Tina Riff was in there. Lana Ray, La Kaylee was in there. Bernie was in there. Erica was in there. Alien Gathering was in there. That sounds ominous. And OAX2 was in there. So thank you all for joining. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure you tell everybody we're live every Friday 7 Eastern time. We just do a bunch of video game dorkness and pop culture and politics and all kinds of stuff. So you guys have anything else?
Apparently somebody went to a job interview at Freak's place without wearing socks while they were wearing their Crocs.
Yeah.
So.
Chocolate starfish is greater than How dare you? You're exiled, you son of a bitch. Exiled! Damn it.
Fashion fabulous Crocs.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's ever said that ever. But,
Hey, how dare you guys? My mom wears Crocs, man. Sons of bitches.
I know people wear Crocs too. They wear them because they're comfortable,
Yeah,
not because
exactly.
they look good.
Right, exactly, man. That's why she wears them. They're comfy. All right, take care of yourself, guys. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we are out. Later, everybody.
backup sci-fi sound effects did more for that.
Yeah.
Fail.
I keep waiting for the day that you bust out the entire intro in harmonica, Breakman. That's gonna be pretty
Like,
badass.
I'm gonna wait until the day where I accidentally swallow harmonica. So, yeah.
Oh, you accidentally swallow. I'm gonna cut that out, man. That's really good.
Oh, funny. But yeah.
If I play Evil Dead tonight, I will send you an invite, Frank, so you can watch. Okay, Freak 5, I'll try to get on there. Exit music is spot on. Thanks. Hey, Jamie, special thanks for joining us live, man, and staying in for the long haul. I know it's a long show, and I do appreciate you. All the good comments that you give me and support. So thank you so much for coming on over and hanging out with us on a Friday evening. Bernie's here. You want to say something to Jamie?
Hey, Jamie.
I love that. All right. Take care, everybody out there. We'll see you guys next week. Frank watched that video of the rat playing our harmonica. Okay, send it to me, Freak5, if you haven't already. I'll check it out. All right. Take care, everybody.
On Twitter.
He did, but you missed it.
Oh, I did. He did. I missed it. Oh, I'm hardly ever on Twitter nowadays.
It's on our Twitter feed. I just didn't have a chance to look at it either.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.